In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use conditional formatting in your Fabric real-time dashboard. And real-time dashboards are perfect for tracking what's happening and giving the end user the opportunity to take actions like right at that moment. And to make that possible, you of course need to show somehow to the end user that they need to take actions. And you can do that by sending like these alerts in, for example, Teams or via mail using Activator. But you can also do it in the dashboard itself using conditional formatting. And conditional formatting is actually changing like the color of the background or the font or adding some symbols to make it easier for the end user to find what they're looking for. And that could mean that a real-time dashboard like this with some cards and some tables could actually look like this. And instantly we see something's going on. There's something red, there's something yellow, there are some symbols. This looks like we need to take action. You can apply conditional formatting to 3 visuals in your real-time dashboard: the table, the card, and the multi-card visual. And in real-time dashboards, these card visuals are actually called stats and multi-stats, but if you're like me from the Power BI side of business intelligence, they look like card visuals. So please don't be confused when I call them card visuals. So these are the 3 visuals where we can implement conditional formatting. And how do we do this? Let's go into Fabric and I'm going to show you. So here you see one of my real-time dashboards and I show you directly the before and after. On the left side you have like a multi-card visual and a table, and there's no conditional formatting. I just get the information, and on the right side I have the same visuals but then using conditional formatting. So how can you implement this? Let's start by replicating what we're seeing at the moment. For example, I have my visual here, and if I click at the top on editing and then click on the pen, the editing in your visual, then you see the editing pane here. And on the right side, if you scroll down, you see conditional formatting is turned on. I can also turn it off if there's nothing to format, but we can turn it on, and then we get asked to add a rule. And I add a rule, and then I see this, like I can throw it away again or I can edit it. And when I click on edit, I get not that many options. In the card visual, you can only color by condition. Color style bold and light. Bold means the background color is colored and light is the font color. I will show you both. And then we need to say which column we want the conditional formatting being based on. For example, total bikes. And I want some conditional formatting when the total bikes for neighborhood are under 1,000. And what do I want? These are my options. Like I can choose from 4 colors or no color. If you wonder what does no color do, you could choose no color and only choose a symbol, for example. So I'm choosing yellow, and for an icon you can choose like a heart, maybe not for your business dashboard, a smiley also maybe not for your business dashboard, but you could have this alert sign. And then we could say save. And now you see directly it is applied to all the cards where the total amount of bikes is under 1,000. You can see that here. We can add a second rule here. And now we could say the number of bikes is less than 450. And we want that to be red, and we want a different sign here. And now you see it's applied again. How does this work? It's going from top to bottom. So we have these conditional formatting rules here, and it will first color everything that's less than 1,000 and then everything that's less than 450. And now I showed you how this color option bold would look like. Let's go to light. I open the edit button. I go to light again. And there you see now only the font is changed, like the font color. And personally, I think that's quite hard to read, especially compared to the other numbers. And if you're colorblind, I'm pretty sure you will not see this. So I would advise like color the whole background, because even if you can't see that this is red, for example, you see it because there's contrast that something is going on here. So now if I like this, I could go to apply changes. So now we already applied conditional formatting for multi-cards, and for cards it works the same. Multi-cards, it's just more cards next to each other. Table, we have some more options. First, I click on edit again. I go to conditional formatting. I turn it on, and now I can add a rule here. And if I click here on the editing pen, I see we have color by condition and color by value. And color by condition, we could again say bold, we do the total bikes less than 1,000. Let's replicate what we just did. And then we can say apply to cells or apply to rows. And apply to cells, I will show you first. We can make that yellow again and give it the icon. It looks like this. And now if we would say apply to rows, then it applies to the whole row there. And again, we also have the option to make it light, which only makes the font light. Something you need to watch out from, if you make it bold or light, but you say apply to rows, you don't have your symbol anymore, your icon, because that moves away. If you say apply to cells, you can choose your icon again. Something else we can do is color by value, and value is the value you see in our table. So for example, we have our total bikes, and then we have themes. So before we had these 4 colors we could choose off. Now we can choose from different themes. For example, red to orange. And it's really nice. You have a minimum value, but also maximum value. For example, orange to red is quite alarming. So maybe we only want to color stuff starting from 1,000. So I would say max value 1,000, min value, let's say 0. And we can again apply it to cells or rows. I apply it to cells. And then you see it only applies where the value is less than 1,000. If we're not doing that, you can keep this one empty. Everything's marked, but then it looks quite alarming. Of course, you have other color schemes like the traffic light, where that's a little less. Personal opinion, for me this is a little too busy, so I would work with a min and a max value. So you can choose that here too, and of course you can reverse, so it's the other way around. And like I said before, apply to rows, makes it all very colorful. Again, too colorful for me, but you could apply that quite easily. So you see this conditional formatting, it is quite simple. You open your real-time dashboard, you click on your stats, multi-stats or table visual, and you go on edit, activate conditional formatting, choose the column you want to base it on, and choose the rules you want to apply. If you compare these two dashboards next to each other, these two parts of the dashboard, you can quite easily see that the right one is easier to look at because you really focus on these numbers. Of course, these numbers need to mean something. It shouldn't be random coloring of your real-time dashboard, but if these numbers have a meaning, they really guide the attention of the end user, making it really easy to find the information. Have you tried this before? Let me know, and thank you for watching.